Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are good. Welcome to TINHLAYO-ORGANISATION. Today, we'll be doing this question, trig functions. Please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, they say in the diagram below, f of x is equal to what? 2 cos x, and g of x is equal to what? Tan bx are drawn for the interval of what? From negative 90 degrees to 180 degrees. Let's go and check it. Here is our f of x, and here is our what? Here is our g of x. Do you get me? So what do we require? Or they say use the graph to answer the following question. And trig functions are very simple, and most, or okay, I can say many students don't manage to answer it. You see, they leave a blank space during examination. So please, since today you are with me here, I want to show you something. They say write down the value of b. Do you get me? When they say write down the value of b, let's come. Our b is on the equation of what? On the equation of g of x. This equation, there is a b there. They want us to what? To do what? To write down the value of this b. So what are we going to do? I'm going to say 5.1. Let's say here 5.1. I want you to understand what 5.1. Do you get me? And the g of x is equal to what? To tan of bx. Do you get me? This g of x. And then let's come here on this graph of g. Which point it is very clear. Okay, we're gonna use this point. What's our x at this point? It is 90. And what is our y? Our y is this what? It is 1. Where there is g of x, we're going to put 1 is equal to what? Tan of b. What's your x? We said our x is 90. Do you get me? So we're going to take this b 90, b multiplied by 90 as an angle. B multiplied by 90, we're going to take it as an angle. This 90 degrees is equal to what? Arctan 1. Do you get me? We want to solve b. B multiplied by 90 degrees is equal, what is arctan 1? Arctan 1 is 45 degrees. Do you get me? We're going to divide by 90 here. We also divide by 90 here. So our b is equal to what? 1 all over 2. It means that our equation is what? It is g of x is equal to what? Tan 1 all over 2 x. Do you get me? So let's go to our what? 5.2. They say write down the range of g for the interval x is an element of 90 degrees, negative 90 degrees to 180. They want our range. When they want our range, we focus on what? We focus on y. Do you get me? This our g. This our g. Okay, from here, since our graph starts here, we know that here, what's our y value? Because I say a range, we focus on y. Our y value is negative 1. Do you get me? And negative 1 is part of the answer. Why I'm saying negative 1 is part of the answer? Because our graph do what? Do include negative 1, because it touches negative 1. The line, this line, or it is negative 1, this line. So it means that our graph touches negative 1. Do you get me? So we go, and then our graph, this is an asymptote. That's why they indicated it in dotted line. Asymptote, in other words, they say asymptote. We don't touch that line. It means our g won't touch what? This line of what? Of 180. Do you get me? So, and we know that when we do what? When we want a range, we focus on y. This 180, I was just explaining about it, that it is an asymptote. You see, so our graph will continue rising That's why they indicated there is an arrow here, so that our graph, it is rising up to infinity. We don't know where it is going to stop. Do you get me? I don't know whether you understood or not. So we're gonna say 5 point what? 5.2. What's the range? We're gonna say y is an element. We start on the left, -1. That's why you will include, you say -1, and then up to infinity, because we don't know where the what, where the graph it is going to end. That's why we'll say up to infinity. And when you put infinity, you put this bracket. Do you get me? So, and then gonna say y is an element of all real numbers. Let me repeat it again. When we want the range, we focus on the y. So we interpret the graph from the left. When we interpret the graph from the left, they say the graph starts from -1, because this -1, and it continue rising up to infinity. That's why we are saying that's our range. Do you get me? So they say write down the period of G. We know that on the normal graph of tan, if you are given what? E.g., if you are given tan of x, this is our G of x, okay, it's our W of x, for example. When they say that, write down the period of this, we're gonna say what? Period is equal to what? 180, because we know that it is always 180 for tan. We divide by what? By the number that will be here. Since here there is 1, we're gonna divide by 1, and we say it is what? It is 180 degrees. This is our period. So let's find the period of G. I'm gonna say P is equal to, and then we come here on our equation. Our equation says what? G of x is equal to tan 1 all over 2x. We're gonna say what? 180, and divide the number by this number, 1 all over 2. We're gonna divide by 1 all over 2. Find that our period is what? It is 360 degrees. Do you get me? So let's go to 5.4. Write down the value of x in the given interval where G of x plus 5 minus f of x plus 5 is equal to 1. First of all, when you see something like this, they shifted our graph 5 units to the what? To the left. Do you get me? So let's do this. Just come here and write what? G of x minus what? F of x is equal to 1. Do you get me? This is our what? This is our original thing. Before shifting, I think it is simple when you do this. Before shifting, let's see where our G of x is above our f of x. Do you get me? So, and the distance between what? These two is 1. We're gonna come, here is our G. We say we want where G is above f of x. Well, this is our G, it is still below, and when it reaches here, it is equal to f of x. Here it is above what? F of x. And what's our y? Our y here, it is 1 of G. Our y of G is 1. And what is our y of what? Our y of f, it is 0. Do you get me? The distance from this point to this point, it is 1. So it means that our x, it is what? It is 90 degrees from this. So just shift 90 degrees, 5 units to the left. What are we going to say? We're going to say x is equal to 90 degrees minus what? Minus 5. Our answer will be what? Will be 85 degrees. Do you get me? So here our answer is what? Is sorry. Our answer here is what? Is 85. It's on this screen. Our answer here is what? It is 85. When I say x is equal to what? To 85 degrees. I said you must first do what? You must first ignore the shifting. Do you get me? Say G of x minus f of x equals to 1. When you get that point, say, and then you can come to your shifting, then you see that they shifted how many units? 5 units to the left, and then you will come to your solution where you ignore the shifting, and then you say x is equal to what? 90 minus what? Minus that 5 unit to the left. Do you get me? So they say write down two values of x in the given interval where g of x all over what? All over f prime of x is undefined. Let's come and write where we're gonna write here. Let me use the red. Gonna write here. We want where what? G of x divided by what? F prime of x is undefined. Undefined. And know that when we want this to be undefined, or something, when something is undefined, the what? The denominator must be 0, must be equal to 0. So in other words, we will go in these 2 points where our what? Our gradient of f is equal to 0. So we are dealing with f right now. Here our gradient is what? It is positive, 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 positive. Here's the turning point. You know that the gradient at the turning point is what? Is 0. Do you get me? I mean that. So since we found our first solution, we said we need what the gradient is what? It's equal to 0. Gonna say what? Our first solution x is equal to what? Our x here at this point, it is 0. It is 0 degrees. And then we're gonna say or. Let's continue. Our gradient is negative, 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 negative. Here, our graph, it is turning at this point of 1h. It means that a gradient here is what? It is 0 because it is the turning point here where there is 1h, just because the interval, it is restricted. So you don't see the other part, but you must know that this is a turning point. So we're gonna say or x is equal to what? To 180 degrees. Do you get me? So you are done. Let's now do what? Let's now answer the what? The last one, 5.6. Write down the value of p if sum of 2 cos x, and this 2 cos x is what? Is our what? Is our f of x, where they say the sum of this is give us 0. Do you get me? So we're gonna do what? We know that when you have something like this 0, it is the first value to substitute, and then this p is our what? Is our last value to substitute. Do you get me? So here we have 0. We're gonna start at 0. Do you get me? Where our x is what? It is 0 in the graph, and then we don't know where are we going to end. That's why we want to find where are we going to end, so that the two parts can give us what? Can give us 0. So we're gonna start where? We will start here. Do you get me? What is the distance? If we start here, we are going to the right, ne? According to that sum. So we want to find the value of p, where when we add what? The two parts that are going to get here, it will give us 0. We know that when we start from here to this point, what is our what? What is our y? From this point to this point. Or what is our height? In other words, our height, it is what? From here to here. It is what? It is 2. Because we start from here to this point. So then we're going to do what? We're going to make our height. What is our height here? Our height is what? Our height, it is 2. Positive 2. This is our height. Positive 2. By using this part. Because they told us that we must start from 0. Ne? From 0. This is our 0. We started from 0 using the graph of what? Of f. This part is this what? It is 2. So we must find another part where we're going to find that maybe we're gonna find what? Minus 2. Do you get me? So that when we add this part and the other part, we get what? We get 0. Do you get me? So, and then we're gonna continue. We're gonna go with this part here. Let me use another ink. We're gonna use this ink. Okay, here with this part, we're gonna go, we come. Here we come with this part, and then here we come. What is our height from here to here, where the graph ends? It is what? It is -2. Do you get me? So we know that this part, when we add it with this part, we're gonna get what? We're gonna get 0, because our height here is 2, and the other side our height is -2. We're gonna say 2 minus 2, we get 0. So what is going to be our p? Since we said we started from 0, where are we ending? We are ending to what? To 180. Do you get me? So it means that our p is what? Is 180. So now we are done. Gonna come here and answer. Say p, answer of p is equal to what? 180 degrees. Do you get me? So please don't forget to subscribe. I will still upload more videos. Don't forget to subscribe. In God we trust. If you have a problem, just send it to 071 55 20 691. Do you get me? In God we trust. Danko. Thank you. Have a great day.